Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and we're joined with somebody that's been away for a while, Mark Oldroyd from Casually Comics. Not Casually Comics, Suddenly Comics.
Suddenly Comics.
For some reason, there's another channel that's called Casually Comics that I actually watch as well, that I always get your name mixed up with. I don't know why. It's Casually, Suddenly, it's kind of that utterly thing. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know why I do that. Because I know your channel is just Mark Oldroyd. That's what it used to be.
That's what
You changed it.
I did, yes. So
Yeah.
it's cross-channel marketing, Alan, which you should know about. So I'm using Suddenly Comics on Whatnot, on Instagram. So I felt I should use it well on YouTube.
Yeah. So that probably makes sense. I'm just not used to it. I'm not much for change. It's too much. It's too much to handle for me. I don't know. So you were in Spain for the last month?
Yeah, so about 6 weeks we've been traveling. So we went. We've got a motorhome. I think in the States you call it an RV. So we sailed across to the Netherlands, and we went to see all the tulips. Fields of the Netherlands, a place, a very famous place called Krukenhof.
Okay.
Then we went into Amsterdam for a few days, and I did do some comic shopping in Amsterdam. There are a couple of very famous comic book stores in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of them is called Hanks, which is in the red light district of.
So you can, it's dual purpose.
You can do a bit of window shopping for comics and other things. Yeah, so and that was good. That was a really good store with I got some nice, quite a few nice back issues in there actually. And of course, in the Netherlands, it's all in English. They don't print comics in Dutch. They print them.
That's really weird.
Yeah, because the Dutch all speak English.
Wow.
You go to Holland and you speak English and everybody understands you. If you say to a Dutch person, "Do you understand English?" They always go, "Oh, a little," and they then actually speak.
And then they speak fluently back to you. Yeah,
better than you do. It's
yeah. I've seen that in Europe a lot, where they sound really humble, but then they yeah.
So I do recommend Hanks to anybody who's in Amsterdam, especially if you want to have just take a tourist interest in the red light district. And then we drove down through Germany.
By the way, I was in the Netherlands just 2 days ago, like a week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Okay, did you go to Amsterdam?
No, it was I walked to the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
So Amsterdam was too far, but the Netherlands was much closer. The embassy.
Oh, the embassy. Okay.
I had a dinner party at the embassy for the Netherlands.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so I met the ambassador and his or her husband. The ambassador is a woman. And yeah, they were nice. It was interesting.
Was this as part of your job, or do you know them, or?
No, it's like a community thing, because all the embassies are located in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
So they had like a dining with the ambassadors night where people from the community get to go to each embassy.
The embassy is part of the land of the country, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. So that's why. Technically, I was in the Netherlands. So, but the funny thing was, what they did was, Netherlands are very, very environmentally friendly, kind of like vegan and like, kind of very, yeah. So they didn't have any meat on the thing. It was all very, very vegan kind of style food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, I had to get food afterwards. After dining with the ambassadors, it was like a $400 plate of like vegetables. Yeah. And plants. So yeah.
Well, so I got, and the other thing I like about the Netherlands is I like cycling, but I like cycling in where it's flat. So We actually went there on the way back as well, and had quite a few cycle rides there. Really excellent cycle paths in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's all like Amsterdam's only cycling, right? Like walking and cycling, right?
Cycling. We stayed at the campsite about 10 miles outside Amsterdam, but there was a
Mhm.
cycle ride from the campsite all along the river, through forests into the middle of the city, which was great. Yeah, so I recommend Netherlands if you're into cycling and you don't like hills.
Yeah, that makes it useful. So yeah, so then you
So
you were
then
saying
we drove down through Germany,
okay.
off at a place called Wiesbaden. We were sort of going through, and we then stopped off in Switzerland and Lake Lucerne.
Okay.
And I went to a comic shop in Lake Lucerne as well.
Oh wow.
And Switzerland's a bit odd, so because they're sort of they're sort of German Swiss, Italian Swiss, and French Swiss. So you
Hmm.
imagine the German Swiss are the efficient ones.
Hmm.
The others are a bit more laid back. But anyways,
Hmm.
I went to a comic shop in Lucerne, and there the comics were in German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked up a copy of Watchmen in German. So I'm trying to
Uh,
get a copy of
I
Watchmen
know you're trying to get in all languages,
in all
right?
the languages of the countries that I go to. So I hadn't got
Hmm.
the German one, so I picked up a copy of the German Watchmen there. We then
Hmm.
drove down through Switzerland through the Gotthard Tunnel. That's the tunnel through
Hmm.
the Alps.
Hmm.
Gotthard tunnel into northern Italy, where all the lakes are. So Lake Como, Lake Maggiore, um,
Hmm.
Lake Dorto, so Lake Iseo. So and then we spent about a month around those lakes, which are fantastic. Um, and I did go to an Italian. I went to a bookstore.
So you didn't go to Spain, you went to Italy, right?
Italy, yes, Italy. Went to
Oh,
Spain.
I was thinking
Went to Spain last time.
last time. That's why I'm getting mixed up. That's why
Yeah.
I
So
said
in
I knew you were in Italy too.
Italy, I went to a comic book store in a place called Iseo, which is a town on Lake Iseo. Oh, really beautiful,
Hmm.
really great town. When we arrived that evening, they were having a beer festival, and the following day they were having a wine festival. So it was fantastic.
People are all drunk all the time. Okay, good.
Anyway, the day after the beer festival, the wine festival, I found this comic shop, and I went in, and there was
Hmm.
a young lad there, must have been about 24, 25. Looked like, and I said to him, "Oh, the store looks really new." And he said, "Yes, I just opened it 2 weeks ago." So I said,
Hmm.
"Wow, that's impressive." I said, "Are you the owner?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, you're very young to be owner of a comic book store." And he said, "I made all my money trading Pokemon cards."
Yeah.
I said to him,
Yeah, I watched your video on that. That was
yeah, so
really interesting.
he said he'd made all his money making trading Pokemon cards. People had told him he was wasting his time, and but yet at the age of 24, he'd opened up his own sort of
On the shop.
gaming comic store, which was great. And I got a copy of Italian Watchmen in his store. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, had a really good trip. We cut the trip short by a week or so because we got the forecast and it said forecast rain for 10 days. So
Oh, okay.
not much fun if you're in a RV and it's raining for 10 days. So we had one day of rain and then we headed back. And we did well because they had the highest ever rainfall there for ages. The Italian Grand
Wow.
Prix was cancelled due to rain. And
Wow.
one of the tourist boats on Lake Maggiore sank with some deaths. Yeah, so
So good that you avoided all that.
I managed to avoid all that. I would, yeah, don't follow me around on holiday because I managed to miss disasters by about a week.
Hmm.
I was in Thailand a week before the tsunami and in Phuket.
Wow.
I was also in India in the hotel where the terrorists attacked a week before they attacked.
Oh, wow.
And
That's crazy.
I was in Brisbane a week before the major flooding that they had about 10 years ago. So don't follow me on holiday
Hmm.
because I avoid it, but I avoid it by a week. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So yeah.
was my
So on the way back, did you go the same path or did you go
Yeah,
a different path?
yeah, it was a nice route, and of course you go back, see different things. So yeah, we
Okay.
on the way back we did a roughly the same route. The reason for that is if when you travel through Switzerland, if you're going to go on the motorways, you have to pay 45 euros for a sort of special sticker.
Pass or whatever it is. Yeah.
But that pass gets you free through the Gotthard Tunnel.
Okay.
So going through the Mont Blanc tunnel, for instance, costs you about 75 euros. Uh,
Wow.
it's the cheapest way of getting through the Alps is the Gotthard tunnel and that little Swiss part. And then the motorways in Germany are free.
Hmm.
Go back via France. In France, all the motorways you have to pay for. So
So did you go on the Autobahn then? Like
yeah,
so
yeah,
like were
yeah.
you going like 300 miles per hour or whatever
No,
it is? Like,
no, my RV does not do 300 miles. Our average speed is about 50 to 60 miles an hour, so it does take quite a long time for us to get through these.
so did people get annoyed by you? Because like I know on the Autobahn, they're all going really, really fast.
Yeah, not really, because the it's
I know there's a slow lane, but
it's
yeah.
3 or 4 lanes, so as long as there's no motor road works, they can get past you. So
Hmm.
yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, so you're also doing a whatnot show
Yes, there's a
tonight.
whatnot show tonight. I know everybody watching your channel will be Americans, so they're unlikely to buy anything. But yes, I am doing a special Star Wars quiz night. So
Hmm.
50 Star Wars comics up for auction, and behind 15 of them is a special quiz thing. If you answer the quiz question correctly, you can get through to the quiz grand final.
Hmm.
Big a quiz final, and the winner of the quiz final will get a prize. So yeah, and some of the comics are pretty exciting. So we have got
Yeah. Oh wow.
yeah,
Is that one of the ones you're giving away?
no, it's one of the ones I'm selling.
I was thinking that's a pretty big gift.
Uh,
Um,
that's an expensive comic because that's the first appearance, of course.
yeah,
Boba.
Boba Fett. Yeah.
Some other good, I've got some fun stuff. Star Wars #7, the Whitman variant.
Oh,
The
nice.
first appearance of Crimson Jack. Um,
Hmm.
Star Wars #6. These are not the 5 and 6 and 7 are not particularly expensive comics.
Hmm.
This is #5, the Sense version. So I'm offering all these up tonight. We'll see whether people are interested. This is issue 3, but it's the Whitman variant, which is the third print, and it's not in that.
Yeah, the triangle.
Yeah,
It's
the
the
triangles.
telltale sign.
You need to be careful with this.
Or that not triangle, but the
Yeah,
diamond is what I meant.
actually,
Diamond.
Star Wars issue 2. Not it's in probably a 4.0, but it's the first appearance of Jabba the Hutt and Chewbacca.
And it's also Han Solo and all those guys.
Yeah, no, it's the first appearance of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in story. They're actually on the cover of one, of course.
I know they're on the cover, but they're not in story.
Not in story, that's right.
Yeah.
Now you have to be careful with your Star Wars ones because there's quite a few reprints and different covers.
Yeah.
This one, you need to be careful. This is not Star Wars 1. This is Marvel Movie Showcase from 1982
Oh, nice.
that they brought out.
I see that on the top. Yeah. And it was like the $1.25 price kind of gives it away.
Pricing. So you need to be careful. But this does reprint issues 1 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
The previous ones I showed, I didn't mention that they were newsstands because virtually everything was a newsstand in 1977. But by the time we get to 1983, not everything is a newsstand. So,
yeah, it started to switch during the late 70s.
Yeah, so this one is a rarer newsstand version. And even so, even though this is a reprint from 1982, still 40 or £50 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do actually have a copy of Star Wars #1 that I am auctioning off tonight. It is probably in a 3540, but still
not bad.
the first print. Yeah, so that's. I'll be interested to see where that goes tonight. I'm not giving these. I'm not just starting this at a quid.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So how does it work with Whatnot? Like, is it where you set the starting bid and then then
Yes,
it goes from there?
determine the starting bid. So if you're one of the big whatnotters and you've got 100 people watching, you can start things at £1 because there are people
Yeah,
who know what they're worth and they'll bid them up to roughly the right value.
yeah,
If you're a smaller guy like me and you've maybe got 10 to 20 people watching, it can be a bit dangerous starting things at £1 because
hmm
sometimes people don't know what they are and you only have one person. And, so I will generally gauge the audience, so
hmm
generally I will start things at about 20% less than I'd charge for them selling them at.
yeah, yeah. So people still get a deal, and
So this Star Wars one I've priced up at 250, but I'll start that at 200 tonight. So
yeah.
yeah,
So 20% deal. Yeah,
yeah.
it's not bad.
So I'll generally start them at 20 to 30% less than and see whether people are picking up. Then there's some nice variant stuff. This is War of the Bounty Hunters. This is quite a nice cover with this is
I
after Stephen Platt, it says.
hmm
So that's just, these ones are just like go for a fiver. Um,
hmm
this is, and then I've got some Star Wars from the sort of later Star Wars stuff. So this is issue 73. Quite really nice, quite nice condition. And this has got a Danny appearance. And you'll know there's another big one coming up in a minute. Issue 2072, nothing particularly special about it. But issue 2071 is the first appearance of the bounty hunter called Bosk.
Okay.
That's Bosk first appearance. So that one's about 25 quid book.
hmm
Bosk makes his first cameo appearance. Whoops, I've gone out of focus. There we go.
Yeah.
Makes his first cameo appearance here in issue 70. This is the first appearance of the Mandalorian Mythosaur.
Yes, that one was hot for a little while because the Mythosaur appeared in the Mandalorian 2 or 3 season. Yeah, third season.
Exactly. And this one is a hot one because
Yes,
this is the first appearance of the Mandalorians.
yes. But that's not Boba Fett on the cover. That's some other.
It's not. So this is the first appearance of the Mandalorians, but that's not Boba Fett. Boba Fett is the other.
Yeah.
But this is a newsstand, and this is 1983. So I've got this going for 50 quid. So that's
Nice.
yeah. And then just some stuff. Number 67 in nice. These are in nice condition.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time people try to get the complete run, right?
Yeah,
So these are like the run fillers.
Trying to get some fillers here. There's some nice, and these are all mid to high grade copies for the most part. Yeah, so good fun evening. Got quiz questions. Do you want me to ask you a couple of quiz questions, Alan?
Okay, I'll see if I can answer them. Usually what I do is whenever they ask, I YouTube Google it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a bit strict, so I only allow 10 seconds to give an answer, so you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'll start with an easy one. What do you call a Jedi apprentice?
Oh, Padawan.
Correct. You see, you can do it.
Okay.
What happened to Anakin Skywalker during his battle with Darth Vader?
Anakin Skywalker. He gets his hand chopped off.
He gets wrong. He gets his right arm chopped off.
Oh well, okay.
What happens with Luke Skywalker during his battle with Darth Vader?
Okay, then he loses a hand. Okay, so arm, hand. Okay, you're being technical about like short sleeve, long sleeve thing. Okay.
So, according to the Emperor, what was Skywalker's weakness? Was it A, his faith in the light side of the Force, B, faith in his friends, C, lack of vision, or D, his resistance to the dark side of the Force?
So for Anakin?
No, this is Luke Skywalker. According to
Luke Skywalker.
What was Luke?
Oh, your faith in your friends.
Yes, correct. You see, you're pretty good at these.
Yeah, I know some stuff.
Yeah. Okay, more tricky one. What did Owen Lars tell Luke Skywalker about his father? A, that he had been a Jedi Knight.
A
B,
pilot.
that he had been a Sith Lord. C, he was a navigator on a spice freighter. Or D, he was a fighter pilot.
Fighter pilot.
No, navigator on a spice freighter.
Oh, really? I thought it was a pilot. I
No,
have that.
is what Owen Lars told him he did, not what he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. I thought he said he. Oh, but no, I think it was maybe it was Owen Laws that told him that, but maybe it was what's Obi-Wan that told him that he was a. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of the? Oh no, okay. What was Chewbacca's weapon of choice?
Oh, he had that weird mace-like thing.
Okay, I'll give you a choice of. I'll give you A, B, C.
Okay.
A, blaster rifle. B,
Yeah,
lightsaber. C,
a crossbow.
or D, bowcaster.
Is a bowcaster, I guess, is the
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Hmm.
What was the original title for the Star Wars movie?
Oh, it was some weird thing. That was really kind of lame. If you give me the options, I could do it,
Okay, I'll
but
give you the option. Star Battles,
mhm.
Adventures of
Something death.
Adventures of Luke Starkiller,
Yeah,
Adventure.
that's it.
Yeah.
Something I knew death related. It was like they didn't like the idea of killing. That was too
Okay.
much.
What nickname does Han Solo call Luke Skywalker that drove him crazy? Was it
Um,
Buckaroo, Kid,
no,
Sky Dancer, or Lukey?
kid.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty good in your Star Wars stuff, Alan. I hope none
Yeah.
of the people doing my quiz tonight watch our show because they'll be able
If you watch this show, you get to probably win
the show will
Mark's.
go up before my quiz does.
So yeah, so this is like a big insider. So by watching this show, you get a huge advantage for Mark's whatnots thing. So it should be awesome. So yeah, so I'd do okay. I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't have. The Lars one kind of threw me off because I know that his uncle kind of told him the wrong thing, but
Yeah.
I thought it was that he sort of gave a little hint. But I was thinking I got Obi-Wan was the one that said about the.
I think you've got pretty much 100% there, apart from that one. Yeah, pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty good.
So yeah. So okay. So this will be it for this show. On your show, I'm going to do an unboxing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah. So
are there any biggies in there?
there's a few cool things.
Okay.
Cool things. We'll do it up and we'll talk on your show. And so people that are watching this, go over to Mark's channel and or Suddenly Comics and check it out and it'll be fun. So that's it.
Great. See you over there, guys.